$3.2 million and a super high roller bowl ring will be awarded today. 4 players remain, all hoping to have their name inscribed on a list of champions that include the very best to ever do it. The chip leader is Juan Pardo from Spain. Can he be the first Spaniard to secure a SHRB ring? Leonard Maue ended day 1 as the chip leader. No day 1 chip leader has gone on to win a flagship super high roller bowl except for Daniel Negreanu at SHRB7. And then you have the 2 Americans, Jeremy Ausmus, the 6-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner, looks for his 6th PGT title, and Seth Davies enters the day in 2nd. He looks for the signature win of his career today. Jeff Platt alongside Brent at the brand new Onyx Club at Maue Resorts in Northern Cyprus. Brent, feels like Davies is so close to reaching the pinnacle of this game.
You're exactly right. Davies just keeps knocking on championship doors. The signature win, the biggest score of his life. Could it happen here today?
It could indeed. He'll have to defeat that man. Juan Pardo enters the day with 3.5 million in chips. Ausmus, the shortest stack to start play at 690,000, but still plenty deep. Seth Davies, more than 2 million in chips. In 2nd place as we kick things off at this super high roller bowl 9 at final table.
You will hear me calling Seth Davies Shark Darvis. That is the nickname that Jason Kuhn told me I must call him.
You have to do it.
I have no choice. When Jason Kuhn tells you to do something, you obey.
And there's Leonard Maue, almost 1 million in chips for him to start to play today. A little bit left in this level, 15K, 25K, 25K big blind ante, and here we go. Thank you all so much for being with us.
Ausmus, the shortest stack. 4-handed, though, will have a lot of action.
Yeah. Queen Jack suited. Those white chips were 25K apiece. The blues are 5Ks. The reds are 100,000.
Who's got a better shirt game than Pardo?
Yeah, Pardo's pretty sharp. Four deuce, 1 club, no heart to kick things off.
Ausmus thinking things through. What types of hands would have just called pre-flop out of the small blind? Hands like ace-queen, ace-jack likely would just 3-bet. He would love to get this continuation through for just 60K. Maue does have 2 overs, of course. They are both live backdoor clubs working, and given the price, he's not quite done with it.
Not so fast, my friend. Turn 8 of hearts.
Curious turn spot now for Ausmus. Decision time. Just has the best hand. Does he recognize that? If we do bet, I think we can fold out some better kings that may have called pre. Hands like king 10, king jack. Maybe even something like ace 10 offsuit that perhaps did not 3-bet. Regardless, winner does bet.
Nice start to the day for Jeremy Ausmus. The 44-year-old out of Colorado, lives in Vegas. More than $21 million in career live tournament earnings.
Put him in the Hall of Fame. At least nominate the guy.
He was nominated and then he wasn't?
Yes. It's unthinkable.
Ace 4 off. Now on the button. 2 jacks for Ausmus.
Oh, it's his least favorite hand. He wrote a song about it on his YouTube channel. I don't know how he looks at this hand in such a big moment and just doesn't start laughing.
Quick fold. Ausmus 2 for 2 to start the day.
Outstanding. He now moves ahead of Leonard Maue on the chip counts.
Welcome you all in on our PokerGO YouTube channel. An hour free preview here. Then we shift exclusively to PokerGo. You can use the promo code SHRB9 for $20 off. First year of a new annual plan. Ace 4 in the small blind. Ausmus versus Davies. They made a deal on day 2 to become future fishing buddies. Way down the road, Ausmus says.
Davies will pounce after Ausmus limps in with ace 4 off. Now what for Ausmus? Is it a limp 3-bet, limp call? Started the hand just under 40 bigs. Limp jam seems excessive. He does just call.
The Americans will see a flop of 8-7-4, pairs for both. Check, check, turn 6. Check, check once more.
I know you love this, Jeff.
And the river brings another 7.
No more fighting between the Americans.
That's right.
But
just keep it clean.
Not sure what Ausmus will do with just bottom pair. Is it check decide? Maybe we just block for something small. Does just check. But for Davies, trip 7s.
Yeah. We'll be on the hunt for some value.
Without question. Keep our eyes on Ausmus. He'll have a decision to make with bottom pair. Types of hands he would beat. Like Jack 10, Queen 10, that for whatever reason took this particular line and then felt resigned to having to bet river.
Davies
Pure
goes
bluff catcher.
150K. That does get called. Well done, Seth Davies.
King got me. 7-3 off. Floating me.
Seth Davies, 35 years old, out of Bend, Oregon, at the University of Oregon.
What I have the first 3 hands I'm playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that. Now I can play normal. Chill out a little bit. Got that out of my system. Takes the edge off a little bit, you know.
Take the edge
Really
off.
living on the edge like that. Everything's easy after that.
Jacks for Davies facing the Pardo Open.
Get hot, Davies.
450K pay jump from 4th to 3rd to kick things off.
Did you win or lose money?
Just calls out of the
Very
small blind.
interesting, just
Did you win or
flatting.
lose money?
I won 2 and lost 1.
Yeah.
And this, of course,
yeah, I won
I think
overall.
makes a
I-
great deal of
I
sense.
think
Take
I
a look
broke
at the
it. I won
chip
5
stacks.
yeah. Success.
Davies' clear separation as the second largest stack does not want to play an enormous pot against the chip leader. So much money on the line. Davies needs 3rd place or better for a career best score.
Check, check, turn ace.
It's an annoying card for Davies. Simply because Pardo can have all of the ace-X type holdings. As we can see, it's just king 3 of diamonds, but what will he elect to do here on this texture? Having been checked to now twice. Does he use this as leverage? Is something that we want to consider bluffing with? Does not.
Checks back, river 7.
Davies really in the tank. Does check after a lengthy amount of consideration.
And now Pardo. Raised pre, checked back flop and turn. And then goes for the overbet.
Very clever. There's plenty of hands I think he could play in this fashion. Even like ace-9 off, if he had opened, may have considered checking flop. Could have connected with the ace on the turn and checked. Even hands like ace-jack then eking out thin value. The overbet doesn't make a particular great deal of sense if you had ace-jack. And for Seth, we can rule that hand out.
Jack of
We
hearts.
have 2
in hand.
jacks. Yeah, Davies does have a fun one to consider calling with. Jack of hearts, very important card. Could it just be a random 9?
Jacks do go into the muck, and Pardo gets a crafty one through. Juan Pardo, 30 years old, out of Cortiligos, Spain. $11.4 million in live tournament earnings, and after today, no matter what happens, he passes Carlos Mortensen for 3rd place on Spain's all-time money list.
The Matador, sliding
The
down.
Matador's got to get back into it, right?
We haven't seen him in a decade.
Blinds have gone up 15K, 30K, 30K big blind ante. Pardo leads the way, just about half the chips in play, a little less.
Pardo has been outstanding Every single time we have had him on a feature, and of course, final tables, just so dialed in.
Ace 8-3. Check, check. 4 of diamonds on the turn. Straight draw for Maue. Flush draw for Pardo.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Pardo also plays online as Malacca style.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah,
saying
he
that
is
right?
Malacca. Yeah.
And
I
just-
don't know if you're saying
and
it
just
right,
a
but you are
stone
correct.
cold
So,
killer
yeah,
online.
one of the best.
Huge results.
Maue is one of the best online players in the world also. So I'm sure these two have a lot of history. Pardo calls here. River another ace. King high is best.
Check high.
No 5.
Check, check. Pardo happy to check with the king. Showdown. Aiden in the chat. LFG Ausmus. Glad I snatched up his action on Poker Stake. Yeah, he was selling for this 300K.
Oh, that's right.
Super high
we were
roller bowl
pushing
9.
that, plugging it away. Congrats to all of you who got a little taste of Ausmus. Sounds rather kinky, doesn't it? Maybe I shouldn't
Yeah.
phrase it that way.
It works.
No.
Elmas in the chat. The message was deleted, but I got to read it because it's great. Why is a $50 rebuys player co-commentating?
Is that me?
I mean, I think so. It could be me also.
What's wrong with the $50 rebuy?
Right, that
Elvis?
can get expensive.
I don't rebuy in those, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
right.
one and
Just
done.
keep it as one bullet. Nightmare says, I made mad money with Ausmus on Poker Stake for the World Series, and I have some for this one also. LFG indeed.
665 to start the hand. So 605. Yes.
Great math. Outstanding.
Really is. One of the best.
The German Justin Thomas. He will pick up this pot. Ausmus slides back to the bottom.
Final four, guaranteed $750,000. 450K pay jump from fourth to third. Second place worth $1.9 million. First place prize more than $3.2 million. And that super high roller bowl 9 ring.
I expect Pardo to be very active, applying a ton of pressure as the chip leader, doing his job. And it'll be Davies that I'm also focused on and how he responds with various holdings. We already saw him flat pocket jacks out of the small blind rather than 3-betting against Pardo because of the chip stack discrepancy that we can see. Ausmus and Maue, both the shorter stacks. Davies does not want to give up that second place positioning.
Beautiful flop for him. Pair of sixes and a flush draw. Some history between these two as well.
Talk to me.
Juan Pardo's biggest career score came in 2019, won the EPT Barcelona 50K, beating Seth Davies heads up.
Back in 2019?
Yeah.
Oh, you did some digging.
Oh, yeah.
Little
We were
stats
on
department.
it with the stats department today. Davies facing the sizable fire by Pardo on the flop. Does check call and does turn a flush.
Bingo. Shark Darvis. More than 500K in the middle. As we can see, he cannot lose this hand. Unless Pardo just somehow goes nuts. He would need a miracle.
Davies checks. Pardo checks back. River, ace of diamonds.
I suppose a miracle sort of run out, but for Pardo's hand exactly, he may just now think, oh, we have showdown value.
Right.
We made an ace. How does Davies make the most money? Do we bet in hope of getting called? Do we ever check this particular flush? The intent of check calling. He is going to check, just going to go check, check, I would imagine. But Pardo could feel that he has to turn this maybe into a bluff to get small diamonds to fold. A little unclear. We would have beat what may have been 9x on the flop after we get called.
Does just check back.
Yeah, that's reasonable. That's huge for Seth Davies. Now up to 2.5, give or take.
A little bit closer to Pardo. And plenty of separation between him and Maue and Ausmus. PokerGo is giving away a 2025 WSOP main event seat.
What?
And if you are an annual subscriber, you are eligible to win. The drawing takes place on Thursday, September 19th. So be sure to join or upgrade before then. For additional savings, remember you can use that promo code SHRV9 to save $20 off your first year of a new annual plan. Void where prohibited, no purchase necessary. Visit pokergo.com/rules for official terms.
That's a $10,000 seat.
The third one that we've given away.
We've given away $30,000 worth of. What? Are we crazy?
And you're director of programming. I feel like this is your decision.
Annual
This is director.
subscriber only. So if you're already a part of PokerGo, but a monthly or quarterly, just upgrade.
Yeah.
Got a shot to win a main event seat. From what I hear, we will have plenty more seat-type giveaways coming. Word on the street. Davies sized this one up to 75K on the button with King Queen. Could not get rid of Pardo. He will be sticky, active with anything reasonable from the big blind. Just another demonstration of how difficult Pardo will be using the straight draw, this texture from the big blind, range advantage, and just out. Davies has no choice. Well, we saw Adrian Mateos completely conquer many of the prelim events. He's got a first, second, third, and a fourth leading up to the Super High Roller Bowl. Now another star from Spain has the chip lead
635.
Thank you.
With us.
here in Super High Roller Bowl. I've decided, Jeff, that I think I might consider moving to Spain. And I'm going to live with Mateos and Pardo off and on just to help them continue to evolve and grow, become better players.
You need a passport.
To go to Spain?
Yeah.
Well, it's in Ohio. Why?
Nope. It's across the Atlantic.
Well, regardless, these are going to be my stablemates.
Great spot for Ausmus to look down at two queens.
Yeah, blind on blind, 20 bigs, a couple of honeys. He's picked up some nice hands early.
$210. Yeah.
Bumps it up to 210.
Goes a little bit small, hoping to induce. He wants Pardo to go nuts. It is, I suppose, polarizing. Could Ausmus have 3-bets off of this stack size where he would either snap call or snap fold?
Yeah.
Pardo giving it some thought.
Time bank for an additional 30 seconds to act.
Yes, thank you.
Excuse me. Can I have another tea? Yeah, thanks.
Am I
And
seeing
Pardo
this right?
makes it 3. It's got to be 330, right?
Not enough, right? Doesn't have to be 330. 330 is minimum. Right?
He has 4-bet to 330 with
clipped
9
it
deuce
back.
suited. He does not believe Ausmus, and rather than just moving it all in, he's going to 4-bet
This is interesting.
with, I imagine, in hopes of saving some chips if Ausmus does shove. And Ausmus has no choice. Now,
Right, now you get
we're
it in.
happy. A little bit of a Christmas
This is
gift.
great. It's 11 big blinds from Pardo.
All in.
There is the jam, the quick fold, and a nice pickup for Jeremy Ausmus to move into third place.
Thought we were going to play a 7-bet pot with 20 big blinds right there. Almost.
That is massive
So you didn't
for
have-
Ausmus.
He didn't have it.
I don't think either of them had shit. That looks like a Jack Deuce versus King Deuce. I'm a small blind.
And there it is. Ausmus now #1 on the PGT leaderboard. And here's a stat that only Jeff Platt will appreciate. That is 18 cashes leading everybody on the PGT Tour. And Jeff, guess how many wins?
0. 0 wins. Great
Zero.
runs. Great runs. Great year.
Tons of
Zero.
final tables.
0 wins, though. Pardo
Leading
on the
with
button
Ken-
with
yeah.
the King 10.
Maybe Ausmus will just shut you up here today, though, you know?
I hope he does.
Take this thing down.
I'm not, I never would dare root for anybody.
Are you
Versus anybody
suggesting
else.
that maybe deep down you're rooting for Ausmus?
Or Davies. But don't tell anybody.
The two Americans.
Oh, it's not about that, Brent.
Patriotism?
It's USA. I
How
like
dare
those
you.
guys.
How dare you?
Russell says, so Jeremy and Jeff are comparable. Good point. I also have 0 tournament wins.
And Ausmus going to dial up a sizable 3-bet out of the small blind. He is prepared to fight. Well done.
This is how you draw it up if you're Jeremy Ausmus in the early goings. Horizon, it says 1 hour preview. Does that mean we need to buy PokerGo to watch the rest? Yes, you would need to subscribe to PokerGo
Yeah.
in about 25 minutes.
20 minutes. Can you hear that? You can hear that, and like you're not saying anything. No one's talking. Oh, that's so it's really funny. I was dying laughing. I didn't even think that you could actually hear it. No, you hear it every time. It's good. I don't even know if like they know what it is. Because it's not clear who it's coming from or anything, or what it is at all. Just sounds like a fucking dog growling. Yeah. It's so funny. Yeah, it's funny.
Any coffee
Dead
for you
quiet
this morning?
forever.
Am I allowed to do the slurp?
Yeah, I would do it now if you could.
Okay, hold on. Ready? This is our morning tradition,
I'm
unlike
such a
any other.
dumbass.
Sounds different today.
Thank you, Jeff. I needed that. Now, what were Ausmus and Davies talking about? Is it the
I
noise
remember the
that-
random noises that Davies would make.
It's sort of a blend between a fart, a burp, and a growl.
Yeah, all in one.
He's merging.
Yeah.
Bill's Nation, baby, from Brian Slade. That's right. The Mafia has arrived. Preseason is over, Jeff. It's time for the real deal. September 2nd. Are you ready for Thursday night football?
Aren't there preseason games today?
Maybe. I don't know. I know Buffalo's preseason is over.
Yeah. You guys kick off the season?
No, that would be the Chiefs and the Ravens, Thursday night football. But I'm ready.
Got it. Before that, Sunday in Las Vegas.
Yeah?
USC LSU.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Next Sunday?
Yeah. A week from today.
Are you going?
Have to. It's a must. It's a requirement.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get great seats? You got the family going?
Have not gotten seats yet, but we'll figure it out.
God, that'll be great. Is the family going? You didn't answer that part. You got the whole, are they all
No,
coming
no,
up?
the family won't come.
Just you?
Yeah, we just.
You and the gal?
Yeah.
You got your buddy Chad coming out?
No, but at the US November.
Okay.
In the Coliseum.
LSU, I mean, Mincy? You want to get Mincy there?
Mincy. He's more Ole Miss.
Yeah, but he's, he goes LSU every now and then, too. Loves the Deep South.
Big, yeah.
Big Deep South.
King of the South,
Yeah.
right?
Who's better, LSU or USC this year?
LSU's a favorite. They were 6-point favorites. Now it's 4.5.
Oh.
The sharps like me coming in on USC. Very sharp.
Did you get him at 6?
No.
You waited till the 4.5 mark, huh? Smart.
Very sharp. Pardo opens ace-7. Davies with ace-queen in the small blind.
Yeah. Last time he flatted 2 jacks out of the small blind. Now, curious with the ace-queen off. What do we do here? Rinse, wash, repeat.
Okay.
So we can see exactly what Davies is trying to accomplish. Just small ball, out of position against the chip leader.
Strategy has started to emerge. Nine, 4, 3, 1 diamond.
Although that strategy, of course, is emerging and unfolding right before our very eyes, it does become frustrating when we can't win pots.
Yeah.
with our bigger hands. The jacks was the first example where Pardo ran a fantastic bluff on the river. Here on the 9-3-4 rainbow, we know how wide Pardo is opening. He can just have a lot of this. Davies now in a sandwich situation. He also has Maue in the big blind who defended completely handcuffed with just ace-queen off. Price is just right, 70K, very small. This is great news for Davies as Maue gets out of the way quickly. Now we just hope to find a winner, find a way.
Turn brings another 9.
I don't think that Davies really has any 9s in his range. I don't even know if he would flat 10-9 suited hands like that. Oh, wow.
River ace,
Wow.
which could be a fantastic development for Seth Davies.
I mean, it's picture perfect.
Go small here, 90K.
This is curious. The small sizing. Pardo, I don't think we're folding after we hit the ace unless we just, we simply must call.
Pardo might be okay with that. Could have very easily bet more if checked too.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he got the max with 90K. Would Pardo have folded?
You wonder if Davies could have gone a little bit bigger, maybe check call.
What you got?
I'm about to find out. It should be like 2.4.
If Davies would have went 3/4 pot,
Play one. How much do you play?
would he have just folded ace-7, Pardo?
Roughly
Like just
Right?
over
I mean, what does Davies have?
2.5.
What bluffs?
True, true, true.
Like
Okay.
90, 100
Maybe
was
small
just
is
right.
best. Yeah, absolutely.
Had he checked, would Pardo have bet more? I don't know. Remains to be seen.
Ryan in the chat. These guys could commentate a funeral. Incredible. Now that's a business we need to get into. It's an untapped market right there.
Oh,
Funeral commentary?
I'd
we
be
would
down.
crush that.
Yeah.
180.
It's like a really silent service. And then in the background, you know, I hit him with the, and with that, we welcome you to the funeral of John Smith. Great to have you all be here.
It was a good run.
Brent Hanks. Producer Aiden to dim the lights forever. Okay, producer Aiden, it's a little much.
John could have exercised a little bit more, but he lived his life to the fullest.
I did indeed.
And just like the funeral we're attending, the stream is also dead.
We set that one up.
Yes,
huh?
we
Set
give
that
you
one up
the
beautifully.
gray
It'll come
box
back in 7,
of
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your countdowns never work.
And
They never work. No, we're just going to watch the screen. How about this show? By the way, the hands being played right now, They must be horrible, right?
Yeah, actually, this one, is quick.
Yeah. Wow.
Twice as much.
I think they cut us off air. Did we offend somebody?
Yeah, probably.
What was the name you referenced for the funeral?
John Smith. I
Isn't
just
that
went
the
with
poker
John
player,
Smith.
the heads-up guy?
No, I was not.
Did you just get us
specific.
canceled?
No, it's just that. Just thinking of the first name popped in my head. Well, after the warning from YouTube, we're back.
I told you we didn't miss anything.
Kings and fives. No.
Do you have any funerals on the horizon? You plan on it?
No, no. But I'll let you know when you can come along, or I can join you at the next one
I'd
that
love
you
to.
attend.
Yeah,
and
let's keep each other
set
posted
up
on
the
that.
headset. We'll bring producer Aiden. He'll set us up with the headsets and maybe towards the back.
That is the one thing I've noticed about funerals. They're just not a lot of fun.
They could use some commentary. Well, especially if you don't know the person that well, but you're there, that they're just like
Yeah.
a family connection. You would probably like to learn more about them, and we have bios usually for these final tables.
Every funeral could use a little pick-me-up. Mallards for Pardo. He's trapping.
I mean, he raised.
Yeah, he's got Davies right where he wants him. Be careful, Shark Jarvis. Up against the best hand in poker.
Calls with ace-4. And deuces immediately fall behind again.
Wow, what a horrible beat.
Pardo will bet 55,000. Davies not done, also has the ace of hearts. Turn brings another jack. Check, check. River Queen.
Well, Pardo does have showdown value with the Mallards. Can beat various straight draws. Stubborn ace highs, quickly goes check, check, sees the bad news. Davies gets another one, and take a look now at the chip counts. Seth
Wow.
Davies, by a hair, has taken over the chip lead.
Can you get Turkish tea?
Strong start for the American. $26 million in live tournament earnings, 32nd
Oh, nice.
on the all-time money list. Needs a third-place finish to pass Scott Seaver.
Heads up. Yeah.
Finished in second to pass Brian Rassi and Antonio Esfandiari to get in at the top 30.
I like them. I'm going to have to look into getting some when I'm home.
Wisco Barron, by the way, legend in the chat, says, imagine the people in the crowd running from Jeff's bust-out interviews
we could do some interviews.
at these funerals.
Do some interviews.
The Reaper himself.
Interviews might be in poor taste. The commentary, though, would be spot on. Pardo opening with the Jack 10. Makes it 65K. Davies 2 8s in the small blind. Davies again calling out of the small blind. His 8's an overpair here.
Sort of wondering if Pardo understands and clearly sees that Davies has been flatting some bigger hands out of position. We saw jacks, we saw ace queen, now it's pocket eights. This texture extremely favorable for Davies, as we can see, the overpair with the gutter. And I love Pardo's sizing, 60K, kind of buying a street for cheap with the 2 overs. Bingo.
And does turn a 10.
Had he not made a 10, I would have loved to have seen what the decision would have been on the turn. Would he have just checked, try to get to a river for cheap? But now we make top pair. I would assume this changes things.
Goes 200, about 2/3.
This is annoying for Seth. It feels value heavy from Pardo when he goes 2/3. I don't think we can fold given the equity of our hand. We have a gut shot.
Number 3. Diamonds.
And again, for Seth, unless it's pocket sixes exactly, I just don't think he has any. And as tight as these ICM spots are, and Pardo just content with checking.
Yeah,
saying,
and he
well,
will
just in case you have a, you do have a 6. Maybe you have a better hand than a 10, right? We saw the jacks flop.
Yeah, good point.
Earlier. Just content with showdown in these particular moments, but yeah, this is fascinating to see some of these bigger hands just playing so coy and cautious.
Pardo reacquires the chip lead. That degrees in physical activity and sports sciences. He's always had a passion for learning more and more, says that's what drew him to poker. Almost an endless amount to learn in this game. Monty on X, really enjoying the Super High Roller Bowl at Jeff Platt at Buffalo Hanks. Watching with my Apple Vision Pro while sitting on the moon. The big like headset thing, sick.
You can do that?
I mean, I think so.
It does have sort of an outer space vibe to it. the beautiful set here in Northern Cyprus at the Marriott Casino and Resort in the brand new Onyx Club, this LED wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Apple Vision Pro, land on the moon, pretend you're at one with the Starship Enterprise at this final table.
Barbara on X, great question, Barbara. How is your knee today? Love you guys. Love you too, Barbara.
Knee's all right. Thank you, Barbara. Do love you as well. We're hanging in there. Can't quite walk. We're using a wheelchair to get around.
Oh, yeah, you might have missed the devastating moment from 2 days ago. Brent slammed his knee on the table.
And just
very tragic.
As we have less than 5 minutes of our free coverage, I do want to bring one more idea to the table for the YouTube chat and for you, Jeff. You mentioned funeral commentary.
They do not.
How about major surgery / operation commentary live from inside a hospital? We know it's a serious matter, but we can help make it a little less difficult for others. You know?
And there'd be some drama, like if the surgery starts to go poorly.
If the person passes away, then we can actually combine shows, funeral and surgical.
Dr. Thompson calling for the operating surgeon or something like that. Yeah, just
a lot of sound effects,
Thompson
heart monitors
struggling
and whatnot.
again, pressure situations.
Right. Now, a colonoscopy, that could be difficult. I don't know if we'd want to cover that with commentary.
One step at a time.
But there's probably a crowd out there that would enjoy it.
I think I'd like to focus on the funerals for now. Can't spread ourselves too thin, you know?
You're right. Just throwing it out there.
If anybody would like to invite us, you know, we'll work out the deals. Like to be put up at a nice place, perhaps an invite to the after funeral get together where there's a nice spread usually.
Love a nice spread.
Yeah.
As long as we don't have to pay for it. I'm not paying, you know, they're going to pay us to do this, right?
Yeah,
We're going to get food, travel. Well, for more funeral commentary and perhaps colonoscopy talk, head on over to PokerGo. We'll be there momentarily in the chat.
Let's say this. Let's say one more hand, and then we'll move over exclusively. You know what? Producer Aiden, let's say two more hands.
Two more hands.
Going to do two more hands. Remember promo code SHRB9. $20 off, first year of a new annual plan. Ausmus, ace king in the small blind. Ausmus does jam with the ace king, and that will get through.
You're from me here.
Octopi Poker is building your path to poker mastery with a fun, social, and affordable way to learn poker designed by the best poker minds. Octopi Poker combines modern tools with collaborative poker study. Join the growing Octopi Poker tribe today at octopipoker.ai.
Knocked off Rocco, right? So he'll play the rest of the stuff.
I don't know if he will. Sometimes he just like retires and goes like on a farm and doesn't do anything.
And he's
Rocco's a farmer?
No,
Well, he's starting a farm, right? He's going to take a step back from poker.
Until the summer.
Yeah.
He just
Wow.
seed everything in his first.
Yeah, he won the 10K six max, right?
Yeah. I mean, he FT'd like a lot of stuff.
Ausmus overtaking Rocco for first on the PGT leaderboard. Davies again calling out of the small blind with a pretty good one in the form of the king-queen suited. Jack e5.
He has all of his bigger hands in the small blind against Pardo. That can get a little annoying, but it puts you to the test. You know, this stuff's never easy. Have not seen one 3-bet out of Davies against Pardo. The only 3-bet, in fact, we have seen all day was blind versus blind. Actually, I take it back. That was not a 3-bet. That was a limp and then a raise. So 0 3-bets for Davies.
Pardo goes 125K, wins that, and that will end our coverage on YouTube. We thank you all for joining us here, and we will see you all on PokerGO. Please come join us. Promo code SHRB9, $20 off first year of a new annual plan. See you there.
Because there's PLO. A lot of people don't play PLO.
Oh yeah, Rocco doesn't.
Rocco doesn't. I mean, a few of the guys in the top do, but
Yeah.